So, hello everyone. I said that I was going to talk about, you know, Rainbow Pride Month in this video rather than the artwork or the art supplies or any other art related items. And I will do that, but I do just want to mention right off the top here that thankfully and miraculously, even though these little crayons were so rather delicate, I don't know how else to put it, I really liked them a lot. Only two of them broke, and another one you'll see breaks here. It's the black one, but yeah, only the blue one broke and the black one broke. So I'm despite all the incredibly, as you can see, very great and hard pressure I was putting on these crayons, only two of them broke. So I'm really happy about that. I'm really glad. Usually when I tear paper off of crayons, oh, and right here, I'm trying to scrape the wax. I tried to scrape the wax off of the artwork, and it kind of works. It kind of works. So anyway, usually when you cut off a wrapper on a crayon, that right where you cut it, the crayon ends up breaking, and I think that's part of my problem. But yeah, it's like the wrapper literally helps strengthen and hold the crayon together. So there you go. So now that we're actually here, as you can tell since the video is slowed down, I might as well just talk about this. This is where the black crayon pops. Yep, right there. Almost right when I said it. This is where the black, see, and it cracked. It cracked in half, and it cracked right where I cut the wrapper down too. So it's like just that little bit of scoring on the crayons creates a weak point, a weak spot, and causes them to break. So yeah, I don't know what to say about that. I'm going to continue to cut my wrappers off. I really don't care. So yeah, there we go. So the only two crayons that cracked in this whole piece of artwork was, you know, a blue and a black. So there you go. Anyway, on to what I said I was going to discuss, or at least I can try to move on at this point now. So, yeah, it's June and it is Happy Pride Month. It is Happy Rainbow Month. It is Happy Lesbian, Gay, Bi, Transgender, Asexual, Questioning, and Queer, and Two-Souled, and Plus, and Whatnot Month. I know it should be happy. I know I should be talking about happy things. But personally, I can't think of anything happy. I literally can't. Whenever I think of, the rainbow community, which I know that that has been used, the rainbow crowd, the rainbow community, the rainbow, parade and whatnot, it's been used as a slur. Well, I have decided to take that term and take it back and use it to empower instead of insult. So please don't get hurt or insulted by me using that. For me, it's just faster and easier to say rainbow rather than, lesbian, gay, bi, transgender, asexual, questioning, queer, and two-souled, and plus, and everything else, intersexed and whatnot crowd. I mean, there's so many now. But literally, all I can think of is what has been happening here in the year 2024. And even before this, while Biden has been in office, in towns and cities and counties and districts, and these are local places, not just towns and districts and counties, but even whole entire states. They are passing laws against transgender people. They are passing laws against, drag queens, against anyone who is female presenting. Right now, they're picking away at the easiest point, which is women in all things female or feminine. Right now, they are going to be picking away at anything and everything that is feminine. But as soon as they can, they are going to branch out. And they are going to branch out into any and all things masculine too. And it is getting very bad. And we need to band together politically, socially, verbally, financially, and in all areas and protect ourselves. And one of the ways that we can protect ourselves is to let each other know when you see or hear or encounter or experience someone who might be. Now, I experienced this and I encountered this, as a kid in the 1980s and whatnot, and 90s. It's something called lip service, where verbally they might say that they are on your side. And the reason I'm talking about this is because this is what I see coming up. Verbally, they say that they are on your side. And they might say that they like you and everything, kind of like what Biden is doing. He says that he's on the side of protesters, yet he's letting them be locked up as terrorists. He says that he's on the side of women, but he hasn't done a single solitary thing in all his 4 years in office to actually strengthen Roe versus Wade or even get it reinstituted. He hasn't done anything to take it out of the state's hands and put it into the federal hands again, and to actually pass laws to actually make Roe versus Wade, abortion legal again. And this is what I mean by lip service. They say that they're on your side, but they in truth are not on your side. Their actions speak otherwise. They're doing the exact opposite. Like Biden says he's on the side of old people, but he has not gotten rid of DeJoy, who is, my mom constantly complains about that. Why hasn't he gotten rid of DeJoy? He could easily win the old people, the 80-year-old and 70-year-old vote by getting rid of DeJoy, and he hasn't done that. So this is what I mean by lip service. They say that they're on your side, but in truth and in fact, they're not on your side. When you're not around, they tell insulting jokes about you, and they only like, quote, the good ones, unquote, out of the rainbow crowd. Anyone who in the rainbow crowd is more than willing to make fun of, someone else from the rainbow crowd who isn't looked upon very well, or who is being just, shit on quite literally by whoever else at the moment. Literally, they are for dividing us so that they can conquer us. And that is what is not good. So if you find out that anyone is part of the rainbow crowd, even slightly in any way, then we need to band together and support them and not let anyone, try to divide us against each other. And we need to make sure to educate ourselves, and we need to make sure to pass along messages to each other, to let ourselves know, to let each other know that, listen, this person is actually against us. These politicians are actually against us. These businesses and companies are actually against us. These other politicians are actually for us. These other businesses and companies are actually for us. These individual people, celebrities and whatnot, they are actually for us. And this is where our money needs to go. Don't buy any products from this corporation, this conglomerate, this business over here. Instead, buy it from this other business over here that is actually on our side and has actually passed fought for legislation that is for us, that has actually put money towards, gay small businesses. One of the most important things you can do is find out if any politicians and any businesses or conglomerates have actually put money towards gay small businesses. Have they financially contributed to any gay small businesses? That is a big, whatever you want to call it. Red flag, green flag. Green means go. Red means stop. No, don't go near that, So that is a big green flag. If they have put any money towards gay, lesbian, bi, transgender, asexual, questioning, queer, small businesses. And I don't care if the small business is falling down on its ass. And if it's completely unsuccessful, if they put money towards a rainbow small business, then that is the company, the conglomerate, the politician that you need to be supporting. And if they have not done that, then you need to stay away from them. Then they are making it very clear. Maybe they think it's hidden. Maybe they think it's secretive, but they have made it very clear that they are not on our side. literally, if you want to test someone, they, find out where the money goes. Where does the money go? They will put their money where their mouth is. They will put their money into what they believe in. And they will extract, withdraw, remove their money from that which they are against. And those who do not have money, they will put their time, whatever time they have, they will put their words in speaking, because a lot of people have social media nowadays. They have, phones. They have some way of being connected to the internet. Those who do not have money, such as us, will put their words and will put their votes toward that which they are for. And they will withdraw their words and they will withdraw their votes from that which they are not for. And silence is neutral. So never look at silence. Silence is entirely worthless. Silence is 110% neutral. And you can put whatever you want on silence, but until they speak, you can't, figure anything out. But if they come along and they bully, they insult, they put down, they lambaste anything that is for the rainbow crowd, then they've given their message there very loudly, very clearly. Whether they do that verbally, whether they do that textually, in typing, in, whatever, tweeting. It's not called tweeting because it's not Twitter anymore. It's called X, the dominatrix X that nobody wanted. But, there you go. There you go. So this video is over. I want to say a whole lot more. I will say this. We also need to be on the side of the homeless and those who are seen as criminals, because in this counties and in the states and in the towns across America, the rainbow crowd is still being literally victimized. We are still being locked up as criminals. We're still being made jobless. And we are still not being hired. And so we need to vote for and fight for the homeless, because the majority of people who are homeless are us. The majority of people who are seen as insane and criminals are us. And they still have conversion therapy, which fucks people up badly. And you can go insane from going through conversion therapy, flat out. And so we need to be on the side of anyone who is labeled insane, anyone who's labeled a criminal, and anyone who's labeled homeless, because 9 times out of 10, they are in one way or another part of the rainbow crowd. And I got to cut it off now, but thanks for stopping by. And I hope this video helped in some way. Let's band together and fight. Thanks. Bye.